Gemini, welcome to your Yours and Theirs reading for the week of July 28th through August 3rd, or whenever you happen upon it. It's the right time. Thank you for being here. This is a new channel, Empowered World Tarot. My name is Holly Christine. And let's get into it. Spirit, angels, guides, ancestors of love and light, we thank you for your help today with Gemini and their person's reading for whatever they need to know for the highest good. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Feel free to exchange or reverse the energies in the reading as necessary. And let's see what's going on. We'll lay out a baseline, and we will clarify everything. We'll pull some advice cards at the end, as well as an oracle card. All right, let's see what's going on. There it is, and you are showing up as the Two of Wands, followed by the Nine of Swords and the Two of Cups. Your person is showing up as the Six of Swords, the Six of Coins, and the Five of Cups. In the shared energies, the Eight of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and Temperance. The overall energy for your read, Gemini, Page of Swords. And what brings us here to this specific reading today, the Page of Coins. Okay. I feel like there's some big life learning type of lessons here. Lots of learning going on. Learning what we invest in is what brings us here. Time, energy, resources, taking a look at something. The overall energy of your reading, the Page of Swords. Speaking of taking a look at something, this is how we learn with the Page of Swords. We're watching. We're witnessing. We are definitely looking at something or taking a closer look at something to see what we can learn so we can get ready to take some action once we learn whatever it is that we want to learn. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this baseline, and then we'll just get right into the clarifiers. You're showing up the Two of Wands. You are contemplating your future long term, trying to decide which path to take. Your person showing up with the Six of Swords, they are moving on to calmer waters. They've already left, at least in their mindset, if not physically as well. But they're in transition, heading somewhere where they feel it's going to be better. In the shared energies, we have the Eight of Wands. Things are moving quickly. Communications are going back and forth. Energy is being exchanged. Next, you're showing up with the Nine of Swords. It's a lot of stress. You've got worry after worry and fears and insomnia and crying and just really upset over here. Kind of feeling like you're in a nightmare. Your person showing up with the Six of Coins. That's a pretty balanced energy between two people. It's equal give and take. It's fair. And everybody's on the same page kind of idea. But then we have the Seven of Wands in the shared energies, and that is blocking energy. Somebody's blocking, somebody's being blocked. So that's what's going on there. Next, we have the Two of Cups. That is a soul connection. Birds of a feather. Two people bringing their love cups together. But your person is now showing up with sorrow and regret, and they are just grieving the losses that they have experienced. And finally, we have Temperance in the shared energies, bringing in the harmony, bringing in balance, and healing with a lot of patience, because this takes a lot of time. All right, so let's see here. Let's go ahead and start clarifying. We will start out with the Page of Swords here in the overall energy. Spirit, what does Gemini and their person need to know about the Page of Swords in the overall? Watching, learning, getting ready. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Nine of Swords, our first repeating energy. That was your second card in your column. If you identify with this column on the left that we are calling Gemini. And your third clarifier is the Six of Swords. Now that's how they show up. Moving on. Okay, and at the bottom, we'll always look at the bottom. It's what brings us to this lineup, giving us more information. We have the Four of Pentacles. Somebody's holding on tight, not wanting to let go. I can see that only because somebody's stressed out and somebody's moving on. You're the stressed out one. They're the ones moving on. The Knight of Pentacles just says everything's come to a halt here. Or it's slowed down to such a degree that it feels like it's halted. It's just not going anywhere. And you're just observing the whole situation. You know, you realize the state that you're in because you're watching yourself sort of decline into this spiral of a nightmare of thought after worry, and the anxiety is building, and you're watching yourself almost from outside of yourself. You can see it happening. And you also are watching them leave. You see that they're not at their final destination, but you feel that they have left, and you're watching them go. Maybe they're packing up and leaving. I don't know, but you are not wanting to let go with the Four of Pentacles here. You do not want to let go. You're holding on, but I feel like you're losing your grip with all this stress, and they're leaving anyway, or they're halfway out the door, or something like that. They're packing. Something's going on. Let's get some more information. Here you are showing up with the Two of Wands. Let's take a look at that. Thinking about your future and which path you will choose to go down. Show us the Two of Wands. Oh, just dropped the deck. There it is, Justice. All right. Temperance. Repeating energy. It's the last card we get to clarify. And the Two of Cups again. You already have it now twice in your column. Wow. Okay, so you would like to make things right with this person. Bring in the balance. You would like to make the correct decision, to choose the path, to bring harmony and healing, and you just ask for patience and time with this person. You need time, is what you're telling me here. At the bottom, we have the Queen of Pentacles, wanting very much so to nurture this situation. No doubt. The Queen of Pentacles also represents somebody who is putting themselves first, doing self-care type of work, self-love, self-care, self-nurturing, for their own well-being. And this is what brings us to this little lineup here. So we may be speaking about your person. Maybe that's why they're leaving. Maybe they have to go and take care of themselves one way or another, but you are showing me you really want to bring healing, harmony, balance. Justice and temperance are both balanced. Two of Cups, this is your person. You see them as a soul connection, and you are just trying to find the right path forward to make the most correct decision, to bring harmony to the situation, to bring support to them, it feels like. All right. Let's take a look at their Six of Swords. On this journey and transition, heading somewhere, they're hoping that it's to a better place, calmer waters. They're on some sort of guided journey here. Show us the Six of Swords in Gemini's person's column, please. And we have the Eight of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. At the bottom, oh look, it's the Queen of Pentacles again, guys. They are on some kind of self-healing journey, self-care. They're trying to put their well-being first. That is correct. We have the Eight of Pentacles. They're working on something, and it could be even tied up to work. But whatever it is, they're definitely working on something. The next thing they're showing us is the Nine of Cups. That's a personal satisfaction and happiness. Something on their own. Something they need to work on their own is what it feels like. Two of Pentacles, it's barely keeping the balance. It's going back and forth. It's juggling work and some kind of self-care, self-happiness at the same time. Or maybe this is repetitive work that they're doing on it. Back and forth, working on their well-being and their happiness. We'll find out more. Let's continue. Let's look at the shared energies, the Eight of Wands. Energy exchange, communication, things moving quickly. What is this, please? In the shared energies, the Eight of Wands. Yeah, that whatever this journey is that they're on, it is definitely for their own well-being, for their self-care. For whatever that means, whatever's going on, you're over here wanting to support and help and, you know, bring harmony, and you very much are showing love for them. But they are focused on themselves right here. However, in the Eight of Wands clarifiers, we get the Six of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. Let's look at the bottom here. What's going on? What's going on? Knight of Wands. Well, that's interesting. Because we have another soul connection that's showing up here, and it's denoting one from the past. Or it's just saying that you guys have a lot of history together. We'll find out more as the reading continues. But what brings us here is this Knight of Wands. It's a very fun energy that is sometimes impulsive. They feel the urgency to act quickly on something, but so does the Knight of Swords. That's who's here also. So we have the Knight of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, all denoting very quick moving energy here. Somebody made a decision really quickly, a soul connection from the past, deciding very quickly to take some kind of bold action. Ace of Wands. This is a new action, a new inspired action. It's bold. It's impulsive. It's quick. Somebody's following some sort of inspiration here. Energy's being exchanged back and forth very quickly. And some kind of inspired, courageous type of action is being taken, and it's shared energy by the both of you. So let's find out some more. Let's continue. Now let's look at this Nine of Swords. You got it over here in the clarifiers. You got it over here in your column. You're so stressed out that now you have 18 swords of stress instead of just 9. You're really worried here. You got a lot of fears going on. Having trouble sleeping. You're crying. What's going on here with this Nine of Swords? What does Gemini need to know, please? Nine of Swords. Well, you probably already know it because you're living it. I need to know what's going on here. Okay. And we have the shadow side, which is also known as the devil card. It just denotes we all have devils. It's not the devil. It's just unhealthy behavior patterns, toxic kind of energy of some sort. And then we have the Three of Swords, heartbreak, depression, betrayal. I don't know yet. The High Priestess. That's your intuition. That's your inner knowing. And at the bottom, the Ten of Wands. Yeah, we know you're burdened. You're stressed out as can be. You're carrying all the burden, a heavy, heavy weight on you. I feel like what's happening here is you're worried about some kind of unhealthy, toxic energy that is heartbreaking or that might break your heart at some point, or that is here breaking hearts. It is already painful. And your inner knowing is very stressed out about it. It's like you already sense, you already know that some kind of unhealthy, toxic energy is here causing this pain. Oh my goodness, it is really heavy. All right, let's look at your person. Six of Coins. They're showing balance here. They're showing equanimity and a sense of stability and everyone on the same page. Equal give and take. What is going on with the Six of Coins, please? The Fool. The Star. The Knight of Wands. We saw him at the bottom up here, and now he's over here. Having a brand new beginning, a brand new start, feeling really balanced. Following their inspirations. And also following a dream, a new start in a more balanced way. And also having fun and following their dreams is what it looks like, but they're just starting out on this journey. Maybe that's where they were going, to possibly follow a dream. Maybe it's tied up to work, and it does feel good. They're showing the Nine of Cups there. They're showing the Knight of Wands here. They're showing the card of desiring balance there, and we have balance here as well. Let's look at the bottom. The Hanged Man, gaining perspective. They feel like a fresh start will be the best thing for them, that feels good and brings balance into their life. That's what it looks like. Let's look at the Seven of Wands and the shared energy. This is blocked energy or blocking energy. Very defensive energy, keeping the unwanted energies out, or somebody actually blocking someone else. Let's find out here. In the shared energies, blocked. I just have to pause here for a second because I keep looking at this little lineup. Your Nine of Swords with these clarifiers with, the Devil, the Three of Swords, the High Priestess. And at first I thought, well, you're very worried about them. But I'm wondering if you're worried that you were toxic, and it's heartbreaking, and deep inside it feels like it might be you. That's another possibility here as well. I don't know. Not sure, but those energies are there, so you're either feeling it about them or feeling it about yourself, because they're over here showing up balanced, showing they feel good, showing they're following a dream, a big wish. Show us the Seven of Wands in the shared. What is this guarded energy of the Seven of Wands? Blocking, guarding, self-defense. What the heck's going on? Waiting for the flyer. There it is. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, the Tower. That's total destruction. The King of Wands. And the Emperor. Wow. That's some very controlling energy showing up there. The Three of Pentacles at the bottom. That's what brings us here. Three of Pentacles. It's kind of like, in this circumstance, I would imagine rebuilding stability. Or maybe somebody wants to try to rebuild stability with that Three of Pentacles, or it's a low level of stability just starting to build. It could represent friendship, but I really feel like it's denoting low levels of stability here, or rebuilding stability. Whatever it is, it's people collaborating to come together to make plans to do something, but it's all blocked. The energy is blocking, and like I said, we have the Tower. It's total and complete destabilizing energy. It's like a big no. Like, this is saying no. The King of Wands, masterful action. The Emperor, the balance of all four kings. Kings rule the kingdoms, the Emperor rules the whole world. So they're very authoritative energies showing up here, and it's destructive, and it's blocking even the smallest amounts of stability building. Blocked. If it's friendship, it's blocked. If it's a work project, it's blocked. If it's building stability, it's blocked. If it's rebuilding stability, it's blocked. And it is blocked with some fierce energy that is just totally like dropping a bomb on it. It's just a big no. You want to get together and plan something? No. You want to be friends? No. That kind of thing. And the Ace of Swords is right behind it, showing Spirit saying that's the truth. And the Queen of Swords right behind that. That's someone who sets rules, boundaries, limitations. She lays down the law and she says, this is how it's going to be. And I'll tell you how it's going to be. It's going to be a big fat no right here. If you try to move the energy toward them or something like that, I don't know. It's a big no. Let's look at your next card, the Two of Cups. This card of soul connection, partnership, birds of a feather flocking together, sharing their love. What's going on with this Two of Cups in Gemini's column, please? There it is, and we have the Chariot. The Eight of Wands again. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and the Queen of Wands. I like it. I like it a lot. Very cool energy. You're like, I'm not taking no for an answer. This is no, and this is like, nope, I'm not taking no for an answer because, oh, and look at the bottom. Nine of Pentacles. Somebody who is independent, behaving single, okay? And that's what brings us here, because it's almost like they're saying, no, I don't want to work on anything. I'm being independent now. And you're saying, well, I'm over here with, you're my soul connection. I'm over here getting ready to get in my chariot and have some kind of Eight of Wands energy with who? First of all, the chariot is the vehicle to victory. It's getting to a goal as fast as possible. And it's with great determination and willpower, and It's actually owned by the emperor over here. Although anyone can drive it, it's just that it's just showing that it's very determined energy, and it's like the ruler's vehicle, and it moves faster than any other vehicle in the tarot. To have an energy exchange or communication with this Queen of Wands, who they're attracted to, and they're attracted to you. So, and you're over here acting single, and they're like, I can't take it anymore. I have to contact them. I have to speak with them. I have to do this. I have to somehow be victorious with communication or energy exchange with this person. I love them. Okay, so here you are, saying, well, I'm not taking no or blocked for an answer. Let's look at their Five of Cups. They're in a state of grieving and regret and sorrowful, sad energy, depressed, crying, the whole bit. What is going on here with the Five of Cups, please? In Gemini's persons column. Oh my goodness. First clarifier is the Five of Cups on the Five of Cups, followed by the Queen of Cups and the Two of Wands. At the bottom, the King of Cups. Okay, once again, a perfect match. You guys are a perfect match. Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. There's a lot of sadness here on both sides, Queen of Cups and King of Cups. You and they are feeling sorrowful and sad and regretful about something. About the losses that you guys have shared, the emotional upset that you guys have shared, the deep grieving that you both are feeling. And they're contemplating their future. You got them in the feels. Maybe when you show up over here with this kind of communication and energy exchange, saying, you're my person, and we can do this, and I'm not taking no for an answer. We belong together. That's kind of like what you're saying over here. And they're over here just feeling really sad. Really sad and depressed, and they're thinking about their future. They're thinking about you and them and what path should they take. That's how you showed up over here, the Two of Wands. Now they have it in their clarifier. Let's look at Temperance, the last card over here. Temperance, all about bringing in the harmony and balance, calling in the angel of healing and balance and patience and time. Give us time. Give us time, we can heal it. Give us time, we can bring in the balance. Let's be patient, we can do this kind of thing. In the shared energy, show us Temperance. Okay, and we have the Six of Pentacles, which is how they showed up in the middle, all balanced and good. Everybody getting on the same page, equal give and take. The high priest, which is the same as the Hierophant, what we're in alignment with, and the Six of Wands, reaching our goals victoriously. Very nice. That's now in the shared. So there is a sense of, you know what, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can get some healing and balance and reach a goal. At the bottom, let me see. Yeah, look at that. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. The Sun, the happiest card in the tarot. It denotes success, a spotlight on something. And it's very successful, and it's associated with sheer happiness, bliss, joy, success, all the good things. So, yeah, it's like they ran away, and then you're upset. They act like they're fine. And then something happens. Uh, Something happens. I don't know exactly what happens here when the King of Wands and the Emperor show up, two strong-willed people, and all hell breaks loose, and somebody's blocked. But then you're like, no, I'm not taking no for an answer. You're my person. I love you. We can do this. I know we can. Please just give us a chance. But not in a begging kind of way. You're just like expressing it. You're just like saying, like, this is the way it is, and I'm here, and we can do this. Uh, and then they are a big crying, bawling mess. I think you affected them emotionally over here. And then you are too. Both y'all are a mess. But you recognize that you love each other, and now you're contemplating the future. And then over here, a little further in the future, we have a lot of success in alignment with balance, equal give and take, everybody on the same page. And you decide together over here that we're going to be patient, we're going to give it time, and we're going to heal this thing. And then we're going to be happy as clams. Something like that. Even though there's some doubt and indecision, and you can't really see all the nooks and crannies of how to get there, it doesn't matter. You're heading for stability, and you're heading for a new opportunity with love, and you're much clearer in your thoughts down here at this part of the reading than any other part. Okay, I like how that turned out. It comes together, and when we look at the Page of Coins, this is just showing you were, figuring out how to invest in this, and you figured it out. First, you let them go, then you went after them. Then when they put their walls up, you just said, take those walls down. We can do this. You don't need to put walls up with me. Something like that. And that made them a big pile of mush. They cried. It's like they fell in love with you again, and they said, okay, I'll try. And now y'all both are trying. How nice did that wrap up? Let's get some advice cards for Gemini who's going through these energies, please. Advice or a final closing message before we pull an oracle card. All right. We got the Star, the Four of Wands, and the Five of Wands. At the bottom, the Ace of Wands. Okay. All right. So this says that your shared dream here, your wish, your desire for a commitment, a marriage, a stable commitment, a homestead where you guys are together, probably in marriage, will not be without some conflict and some battles and a little bit of strife here. The Five of Wands shows up and says, you know what, there could be some squabbles or some hiccups, rather, along the way. But they're small compared to how big your dream is and how stable the relationship really is, especially when you look what brings us here. And it's the Ace of Wands, which is the opportunity to take new, bold, courageous actions. So whenever this Five of Wands shows up, we hit it with the Ace of Wands because we're being given this gift from the divine to take bold action to conquer whatever squabbles come our way. And right behind that is the Six of Wands. Absolutely beautiful. And the Wheel of Destiny. So this changes everything, how you handle it. It was a big learning experience. Your Page of Swords and your Page of Coins really paid off. You watched, you paid attention, and you learned. You learned how to invest in it. You learned what was needed so you could take action. And now you know in the future when whatever this thing is that shows up that creates the conflict where your person wants to run away, you know, uh, you're gonna know how to grab the Ace of Wands and handle the conflict successfully. Six of Wands, Six of Wands, Six of Wands. It's beautiful, guys. Really, really nice energy. How that wraps up. Good. All right, let's get an oracle from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. So if this resonates with you or you just like the style of how we do readings here, we will always do a baseline with clarifying everything. Grab advice and grab an oracle. So we get as thorough of a message as possible to be a slightly different style of reading each week. But if you like it or if it resonates, throw a like, hit subscribe, add your energy to the channel, add comments. It's all welcome. Love to have your energy here. Okay, there it is, the Eagle King. Nice. It is card number 12. And it says the big picture and angelic help. Yes, remember the angel of temperance. That's Archangel Gabriel being called to bring in help, healing, balance, all the good things, harmony. Card number 12. And here is the message that Spirit wants you to have. The Eagle King is a sign that your highest destiny is within reach. You are on the right path now, even if you can't see where you're going. The Eagle King soars high above the mountains and valleys of life and is able to see the big picture when you seem to be lost in a bit of fog. He makes a formidable ally as he takes your prayers up toward the sun, releases them to the divine, then they will be answered for the highest good of all. It's a fortunate omen when the Eagle King decides to be your ally. Well, I'd say so, because if you look at this from a bird's eye perspective, you can see, as I have figured out, that this final advice lining up with how you guys handled this shows that in the future you can keep this together and be stable and reach your dreams together by handling it with the same bold action and just nip it in the bud and be successful all the way. So I hope this reading helps, guys. It's been a pleasure, and I wish you guys all the luck in the world. And with that, I look forward to reading for you next time. Take care, Gemini.